Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I wanted to give you guys a kind of like a behind the scenes about what I'm doing with my own print-on-demand business that does include a clothing line aspect to it. I figured I'd show you guys this because this is something I am working behind the scenes, and if somebody here wants to learn from this or utilize this for their businesses, this might help you out. So I'm right now what I'm doing is I'm pretty much going to be a customer of my own designs. I mean, I'm going to buy my own stuff here for my office. I kind of want to make it a little bit more attractive, I guess you could say. I guess that's the right word. And I'm trying to create some cool art, and I'm always trying to level up. I'm trying to become better designer, better just make better results, better art, you know what I'm saying? And that helps from a print-on-demand perspective. That helps from a training perspective, whether I'm training my virtual assistants or you guys through a course. And it always makes me better as a person, creating, being capable of doing more. And I'm working on different things. You guys saw these three yesterday, like this design, this design, this design. And I don't know if you guys saw this design. I'm not sure. First of all, please let me know in the comments, what do you think about this design? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it could be better? Let me know. I'm curious. Very, very curious. I'm not a Adobe type of designer. I don't use Adobe. I know a lot of people do. I just do things the easy way. I'll use Canva or Kindle or something like that. And I get pretty creative with these kind of things. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm that good yet. I want to get better. If anybody knows courses that I could join, I'm very willing to. I want to take my art to the next level, of course. And with that being said, I'm going to show you guys how I kind of edit and create these kind of world-class poster designs for my business. One of them being a clothing line, which is not really going to be just clothing, but it has other stuff in it that's actively selling and making money on a daily basis. So I figured I'd show you guys this. This is different than marketplaces like print-on-demand marketplaces like Redbubble, Zazzle, Society6, etc. Because I do believe in the value of owning your own website, etc. These are things that I've said before. If you're new to the channel, welcome. That is something I heavily believe in, though. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So here I have this app that I use to edit stuff. It's called Luminar Neo. There's literally a bunch of different websites where you can get this from. I use the cheapest access. I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested, but I'll kind of show you how I edit things. So here is a design that I have from Fantasy Labs. So if you're familiar with Fantasy Labs, I'll just throw it over here. We have Fantasy Labs right here. This is my product where I've said this before, but my goal is to get anywhere from 20 to 25,000 pieces of art on there. It's a members area where you can access art. It has a login to it. Some of you guys have already got the sample, and the sample, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it up because I realized that the sample had only one category of certain designs to it, which I realized after talking to a lot of you who joined the sample. You said you wanted to see different styles, different, like somebody told me, I forget who it was, but somebody told me they like unicorns and things like that, and they want to see that in the sample. Some other people liked what we produced in the sample, which is, a lot of this style art, I believe. And I'm actually going to make a video showing everything that we have each month. So each month, I'm going to be adding more designs. The point is that I'm going to be showing how I'm going to be editing one of the designs from Fantasy Labs for my line here. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just take this and upload it here, okay? And usually you start off with an image like this, all right? Now, some things I look and I say, okay, what can I remove? What can I add? What can I keep, etc. Now, to me, if you guys are familiar, and I'm not trying to be all, metaphorical on you, but there's this book, I guess you could say, or this story. I forget what it was called, but it was called The Hero's Journey. I forget who wrote it or what the kind of story behind it was. But essentially, the hero's journey is a concept. It's a concept that it's how human beings live. If specifically, I don't know for women, but I know for men specifically, men are supposed to deal with something very difficult in their lives, and if they deal with it in a positive way, meaning if they take on that challenge, then they'll live the rest of their lives proud of who they are, without some sort of I guess you can say, not anxiety, but anger of existing. You know, a lot of people get stuck in depression, things like that. And if they do conquer this journey, if they take the call, meaning the challenge in life, they kind of go through the challenge, they accept it, they become transformed. They become not a child anymore, not a boy, but a man. And, you know, I feel like my life has been just a reoccurring element of the hero's journey, just over and over again in many different scenarios. But this is a composition that kind of reminds me of that. I mean, you have like a character here who's looking down a long path, what seems like a long path. You got mountains, you got animals, wild animals. Then you have this big, you know, scary looking wolf just staring right at him, which to me is like foreshadowing of like challenges and things like that. Now, I'm not trying to be all, you know, Jordan Peterson on y'all, because let's be honest, that's not my forte, but I just thought that's kind of what it resembled to me. But anyway, so in terms of editing, here, the first thing I'm going to do is I always erase things that I don't like to see. So for example, like this little purple line here, I'll edit this, I'll hit erase, and it'll be gone, right? So might be a little bit some stuff over here, I'll hit erase, and it'll be gone. Erase, and it'll be gone. And like I said, this is an AI-powered, I guess you could say, design tool. Okay, there are other design tools that have similar capabilities. This is just easier for me as opposed to running this through an AI tool like Leonardo or Playground AI or any of these other ones, because I have more control, like manual control. I can click stuff, I can edit stuff, and it just helps. Okay, like I said, I'm not big on the Adobe kind of products, but anyways, very, very affordable. I think I pay like either $10 a month or 15, something like that. I think $10 a month, maybe less. But yeah, I get it from the cheapest platform. So I do a little bit of erasing, and then what I like to do is I like to jump over here to my enhance. Is it enhance or develop? I think it was develop. There we go, develop. And what I like to do is bring the smart contrast up, and I like to see where it goes. And sometimes I like where the colors go, but you could see here that creates a huge difference. I mean, if you just look, it was like this, and now it's like this. That's a huge difference, and I could see a lot of that color right here, which is actually what I'm looking for. If I was to put this on a poster for my office or something like that, I want something that looks cool, you know what I mean? I want something that looks attractive to me. So you could see kind of the difference of what it originally was and then what it is now. Especially you could see it right here. I mean, I'll just go ahead and do that again. It looks kind of, I don't want to say bland. It looks, I don't know what the word is. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments down below, but this is more vibrant. That's the best way I can say it. The contrast is there. All that's there. So that's good. And then what I'll do is I like to go and add a vignette to it and add here the vignette. I move this all the way to the left-hand side, and it's smart because the software is smart because the vignette could have been added on other things as well, like these mountains or whatever, but it wasn't. It was, you could see here, the color of them don't really vary. What I could do is if I want to darken certain things or something like that, I can go over here to all these different features. So I could go over here to like toning, for example. I could go to masking, and I have a brush. All right, and with the brush I can go over certain areas. So let's say like something like this. Let's go ahead and add around it. All right, connect it to here. Right, and it does take some filling in to do and things like that, but that's perfectly fine, especially if you're doing a one-off design and you have an email list, a client list, and there are people who really, really like your products, and they're going to pay a premium price for it, which is what I charge for designs like this, for people who are doing, you know, purchasing for print on demand, not Fantasy Labs, obviously. That's not premium at all. It's $8.99. We're going to have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pieces of art on there. I'm talking about for print on demand specifically. If it's going to be premium, if it's going to be something like this, I do want to go through it and make it a little bit better. And I want to make sure I produce something that I could be proud of, so that I can have a better result. And at the end of the day, charge something I'm proud to charge. So if this was a poster, I have no shame in charging over $200 for something like this. You might say, wow, that's crazy, whatever. It doesn't cost you much to run it. But you got to understand there's competition out there. And the competition is charging the same thing, if not more. So, you know, not only do I get to walk away with a good profit and I'm not robbing anybody. I'm just, making money. It's business. But I'm adapting. And also, when I say adapting, this is a lot of people are struggling with the print-on-demand marketplaces right now. There's a way to play that game. And by the way, guys, a little short note thing I want to say here. I clicked on shadows, not highlights, and then I can increase my saturation, right? And I could select my hue, my balance, so I could select what colors I want, things like that. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, what I was referring to here was when we're talking about the print on demand, you have different marketplaces. You have things like your Redbubble, your Zazzle, your Society 6. You got to understand it's not going to get better, and there's a way to play the game. So if you're playing like most people, you're going to have a harder time. I mean, the reason why I could still sell on Redbubble, still sell on all these platforms and hire other people to do it for me is because I know how to play the game correctly, whether it be the tagging, the titling, the art, the tag, all these kind of things come together. And I've spoken about this heavily last year, and we put out courses for it and showed people how to do it. And a lot of the times what you got to realize is that most people are not going to understand. And we're talking about like 80% of the people are not going to do well with these platforms. And I'm not talking about the people who join the courses. I'm talking about the people in totality, because you can't have 80% at the top. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. There's a triangle. And if you look at the publication of the open information on the publicly traded company for Redbubble, for example, they're making money, but they're not making money as much as they thought they would, and they're not doing too well from that aspect. So they're gonna have to gain money from somewhere. So it's important. It's important to learn the skill of building your own business. You can't just rely on the top companies. You could rely on the companies if you know how to play the game, like I said. But if you can't play the game, if you don't know how to play the game, then you really got to start focusing on what are you going to do outside of that. Either you're going to get better at playing that game, which I'm talking about the print-on-demand companies, or you're going to have to figure out some sort of pivot. And I always recommend, I just got this question earlier today. Somebody was asking me, like, what platform do you recommend starting off with? And I said that fully depends on your financial status. If you're focused on doing a lot of different things, then you have to be in the financial capability to be able to do so. You're not going to be able to handle that and do multiple platforms if you're low speaking, if you're having a hard time financially. And the reason why I say that is because you can only have two resources. You either have time or you have money. And your money can replace the time, meaning for me personally, if I have, let's say, a quota within myself that 300 images need to be uploaded to Redbubble on a daily basis across accounts, I have virtual assistants that can do that for me. First of all, I would have to use virtual assistants because there are new laws, etc. On their new rules, not laws. You guys know what I mean. There are new rules with what's it called? I'm just looking at these different changes here. Their new way of doing things on Redbubble. You guys know they made a change a couple months back about the limit as to how many you can upload per day, etc. So, it's all about playing the game, understanding how to do it. And right now, like I said, I put in that work last year to get to a point where I can enjoy the fruits of my labor, if that makes sense. And a lot of people are in this position as well who've watched this channel for over a year. We put out guides, we put out courses, we put out a lot of products around learning how to do it correctly. And like I said, there's a lot of people who made money with print on demand. And let's face it, a lot of people are not going to delete their accounts because they're doing well. That even though there's a fee, like, just put things into perspective, guys. I have about 9 accounts right now that are making money. And when I say money, I'm talking about good money. We're like over $1,000 on Redbubble. And I have to pay, right, roughly 10% of that, right, because of that fee that they're doing. I believe it was, if you have over $500 more in sales, you have to pay like $92. I could be wrong. I haven't checked the numbers, but I think that's what it is. So whether it's 11%, whether it's 7% that I have to pay, whether it's 8 or 9%, I can handle it. But it's not something I want to do, you know. That's assuming that all my accounts are standard. I haven't even checked all the accounts, but like I said, it just comes with playing the game. So for me, this is a source of protection. Creating all kinds of different passive incomes, which I highly preach on. I highly spoke about creating your own website, and I know, like I said, it's a hassle for a lot of people. By the way, did you guys check this edit that I just did? I think it looks pretty cool with the super contrast, adding that pink to the effects right here, all around the wolf, and it taps in really nice with this horizon right here. I think it looks really good, but I think I'm kind of satisfied with where this is. I think I'm gonna do a little editing here. I'm not done yet, but I like with the way this is going here. But yeah, like I said, it's not something that is easy. It's not easy to go out there, create a whole brand new business, create a new thing. But hopefully we're gonna release the Shopify big episode soon. It's just a lot of work behind the scenes, because everything that I do, I can't show my exact store. You gotta understand that if I could show my products for sure, but the store I can't, because what happens is if I'm gonna start doing paid advertising, which I've been doing, it's easily replicatable. You can pull up the store, you can pull up the store name, you could see their ads, and you could literally steal all their work. And the last thing I'm gonna have to do is the same thing that happened to me with Redbubble. When I showed my Redbubble store as a demo, started making sales within the first few weeks, but it was getting ripped off by a ton of people. I think like 9 stores in the few weeks, which is a copycat issue, but you know, it's part of the game. It is what it is. So I'm not complaining too much, but it's just part of the game. There's really nothing else I could say. So I think I'm actually not going to make that edit right here. Let's see here. Let's see what we're going to do. But yeah, here, black and white. There we go. This is what I was looking for. And we'll go to masking. And yeah, I'm just talking to you guys like behind the scenes kind of stuff. This is just some stuff that I have to deal with. And for me, print on demand, like I said, I look at it overall as one of the easier business models. I've done a whole lot of business models in my lifetime, whether it be, you know, the whole real estate thing, whether it be, you know, the blogging, building websites, selling products. You know, I've done so many different things. Amazon FBA, you name it. KDP at one point was pretty good, but print on demand in general is one of the easier types of income generation. And the reason why I say that is because the effort is low. If you could figure out how to play the game, once again, the strategy behind selling, whether it be on Zazzle, whether it be on Society6, whether it be on Redbubble, whether it be etc., there's more than enough money to go around for everybody. Is it fun? No, it's not fun when they take a huge percentage. I'm not for that. I don't want to act like I'm for that, because I'm not. But, you know, it is what it is. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of me editing here. I'm still working on some things. I don't think this is going to be a short video. I'm just, you know, speaking what's on my mind. But here we have saturation. Let's go ahead. Let's see what this is. Okay, I like that a little bit better. It's making it more black. Let's go to masking here, and let me see here what's going on. So let's see what's going on. Just bear with me, guys. Yeah, so it's switching the orange into a gray, but you could see here what I'm doing is I'm trying to take out as much blue as I can, because this is, hold on, this is, I could take a lot of this out, but let's do it this way. Let me go with my masking. Let me go to adjustments, and you guys let me know if you're currently using this software. I think it's very good, personally, but that's just me. Like I said, my own opinion, and I do obviously use it, and it is pretty good. Here, what I'm doing is I'm erasing a lot of this blue, so I can get a good production going. And this is, I didn't even think I was going to post today, honestly, on YouTube. It's 9:43 p.m. right now. It's been a long day. Been working on a lot of different things. And yeah, so what I would like to do with a lot of my art is I like to add some sort of text in there, just so it's a little more meaningful. However, not all the times does that happen. And I think also, by the way, once I get rid of all this blue around here, it's going to look a little better. And like I said, it's just that little benefit, that little bit better in the end product, right? So, a lot of people come to my website and they want, they're not really worried about money too much. Like, the cost, I think, is pretty fair for them. But I think they just want, cool stuff. And we get a lot of repeat buyers, a lot of customers, and it's pretty cool. A lot of the money we use goes into advertising. It does profit, of course, but advertising is one of the important things to really, really hunker down on. And I've spoken about this in the Pinterest. If you guys are familiar, I have a Pinterest course, but it took me a long time to learn how to advertise properly. And Facebook, I remember, I don't want to say I got lucky, but I kind of did get lucky. My very first campaign on Facebook ads, I had a bikini website, believe it or not. It was, I have my hands in a lot of different websites, and we had the models, we did the shoots for the swimwear. We sold one pieces, two pieces, which are called bikinis, right? I didn't actually know that until I entered the industry. But anyways, when we sold the business, the reason why we sold it, at the price that we sold it at, which I'm not going to say here, but the reason why we did is because we were so good at advertising. If you look at the swimwear business, everybody's selling swimwear. That doesn't mean they're going to be able to charge a premium, which I always state, if you guys are going to make some sort of business, if you want it to work for you, you're going to have to charge high prices. You're not going to be able to get away all the time with charging low amounts of money for a product, especially if you're going to get into advertising. Now, there are certain platforms that are more advertiser friendly that generate you more of a profit, like, for example, Pinterest. Pinterest is very effective, and I think I actually might make a video talking about Pinterest and how to use it, like just a free video for you guys. But one of the big reasons that we use it for advertising is because of its fees. It's very, very low compared to that of a Google or Facebook. And if you're trying to run a business and you're trying to figure out what your conversion rate is, what is your customer acquisition cost, all these kind of things, it's probably a good idea to jump into a platform that's going to charge you a little bit less in the beginning. That's not to say that you can't use other platforms in the future, but just in the beginning, when money could be potentially tight, you want to figure that out. The benefit that I had was I had other income sources that I could use to fuel the advertising to learn it. A lot of people, at least I don't think, can spend, an extra $80K a year trying to learn advertising. It's not as easy. But for me, the way I looked at it was it's a tax deduction at the minimum. And at max, I'll learn what I'm doing. I'll learn how to do it properly. So it's just part of the business. It's not something that, you could really skip on. It's part of the business journey. And eventually, you guys will have this thing that you have to deal with, which is learning how to advertise. There's a lot of organic ways. I've shown in my YouTube videos before how to do it organically and how to do it very well organically, might I add. By the way, are you guys noticing the difference right now? I think overall it's looking pretty decent. We're going to get rid of these orange pieces, and I'm going to add some details in the design here. But, yeah, just talking. But you guys can see what I'm doing here. I think overall it's looking better. I'm trying to get rid of the blue. And, yeah, so once again, with the whole advertising thing, advertising can get expensive, but if you have a different income source, you could set a budget, how much you work on. You got to learn different things, of course, but it's pretty cool. And a lot of people don't know this, but I spent a lot of money on courses just trying to learn advertising. Advertising is not one of the easier things to learn, and the reason why is because it plays a lot into your psychology. A lot of people say it's gambling. It's not gambling. It's just you have to figure out how to do it properly, And I remember I had a client back when I had an agency. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I used to run a marketing agency, and it was terrible. I hated it. The money was fine. but I hate doing like the services and all the whole thing like that. It's pretty much like freelancing on steroids. That's all it is. And any kind of freelancer would know that. I don't know a single freelancer that enjoys their work. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you guys. I personally don't know of any. But if you're a freelancer listening to this, let me know. I have no idea. But regardless, I had a client who... I'm trying to remember what I said. Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say, but I know that he, at the time, like I said, I had an agency, and we were running ads, and we were doing very well. That didn't happen unless I had to actually learn how to do it properly. And you don't get paid for doing the ad; you get paid for the results. So if you can't do it, you don't make money. And yeah, so. This is pretty much blacked out the way I wanted it to. It looks pretty decent thus far. And you guys could see here, pretty decent. I'm going to go in here and just erase a lot of these different mistakes that are around. I call them mistakes, but let's go ahead and erase here. And I don't know if you guys like these talking style videos, but I think eventually we will create like some sort of podcast. Maybe it is for this channel, maybe not, who knows, but I know I personally will one day, and probably sooner than later, honestly, probably sooner than later. But here we got this going. Let's see what we got here. Racing, let's see how it looks. It does take a minute to load sometimes, by the way, so just give it some time. And should be, there you go, that's pretty good, that's not bad. And let me go ahead and do a little more erasing, like here. Not sure how that came through. And let's see here, we got this. Let's go here as well and hit erase, and let's see what happens there. All right, and that's pretty good. So I've also had a lot of requests of people asking me in the past few weeks to do a course with Leonardo AI and mixing it with a lot of the different print on demand companies. And I think I will do that. I'm actually going to release it very soon. I have a lot of recordings on it. But anyways, regardless, here is the image that I like. I like where it's at right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to upscale it. So right now it's sitting at 2352 by 3104. If I upscale it 4 times, I don't know what it's going to be, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. That's probably a lot of processing power on my computer right now because I am recording. I'm doing the upscale. I'm doing all that. But once it's upscaled, it will go into my upscale section. I think I really like the way it came out. And if you guys are using the software, I mean, you could use this video as a lesson. I definitely want to add text to this, but I don't know how good it's going to be. That's the problem. Because if I add the word "a hero's journey," once again, I'm not sure how it's going to look. I don't want to take away from the image, but I don't also want to make the image smaller. Because if I have to fit text, and I'll just show you guys, if I have to fit text in the image, and here is my browser, like if I have to add text in the image, it's going to be smaller, but I want the image to be bigger. I want it to cover a lot of the canvas. So I don't know, it's still loading. I'll give it some time, but oh, it's finished. All right, so let's go ahead and download this. And what size is it now? Okay, it's really big now. So it's 9,408 pixels by 12,416. So that's big. All right, let's go ahead and go to disk and let's save this. So let's just give it a second here. This is a very large image, and I'll just label it any random text. By the way, for anybody who's using Fantasy Labs, you guys can use the images how you like. I really don't care. If you want to take the whole entire image and slap it on your design with absolutely no editing, doesn't matter to me. It's up to you how you want to use it. It's your subscription. You do what you want with it. All right. So let's go ahead and upload our design. I believe, let's see here, is it uploaded? It's still loading. All right, so we'll give it some time. But you guys are seeing, like I said, some behind the scenes kind of stuff. I think this looks good, this design here. I'm not sure. I feel like it looks a little plain. I feel like I could add stuff. A lot of the times when I'm working with these style designs, I'll add like paint splatter to make it look a little bit better. But then again, I'm not a professional. I want to be a professional. I want to get better for sure. And I'll be honest, a lot of the courses are just whack. I'm going to keep it real. Like, I've tried to buy as many courses as I can. They're all like beginners, like kind of stuff that I could do better than. So I'm trying to, if you guys know of some sort of course or something where I could learn how to get better at design. I know I'm not the best. I know I'm not even good at it yet. So I want to get better. Like, this is good, but it's not good enough. So please let me know if you guys know. But I'm trying to get better all the time. But let's see here. Did it load? I think it did. So let's go ahead and see the export. It should be right here. Let's go ahead and upload it. And each image must be less than 25. Oh my god, so it's bigger. All right, so let's go ahead and take this then, and let's go into, let's see if we can get it as a JPEG. So go over here, and does it say the megabytes? I thought it was only 10. I don't know. Anyways, let's go over here, and let's give it another random text here, and let's go into JPEG format, and let's hit save. Let's see how fast it will export. Hopefully it exports properly at this point. But yeah, I want to get better. Like I said, I know I've said that a few times here, but yeah, if you guys know any tips, anything, let me know. I'm not really down to use Adobe. I feel like it's just a waste, to be honest. You got so many other platforms that are so much easier. And I'll just be 100% honest with you guys. I don't want to download any more software on my computer. I feel like it has enough to carry. It's a lot. So let's go ahead and go here. And it's still greater. Wow, how is it bigger? How big is this? Let's see here. So yeah, by the way, you can see here's the before and the after. Just like that. Which I think this is better. I think this is better for a t-shirt. I think this is better for a poster. I think it's better in all cases, excuse me. And let's see what the size is here. So the size of 41 megabytes. Wow, that's a lot. Let's go ahead and decrease this just slightly, and we'll make it like, let's make it 6,000 pixels. All right, 6,000 pixels. By the way, guys, if you like these type of videos, like I said, where I talk to the camera, just about behind the scenes kind of stuff, let me know. I assume some people are not going to like it, but you guys get like an insight of what's going on in my head 9 times out of 10. So just talk about what's going on. But let's get rid of everything here. Let's get rid of everything here. And let's set this as a white background. And let's go ahead and remove the background here. And by the way, if it's a situation like this, Canva can do a good job removing the background for any kind of photo. All right, so keep that in mind. I do like to use Canva. I also use GIMP, by the way. So if you're familiar with GIMP, it's spelled GIMP. You can use it. It's really good. This did decent. I would probably erase some of this, like on the bottom. Probably erase like right here, right here. This is pretty decent. I could go in and erase like the fine-tuned details here, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave that the way it is and hit done. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is go with a black background, just like this. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if I add text right to the back of it, it will hopefully look somewhat decent. So if I go over here to like text, for example, and add text, let's see, what did I just do here? There we go. All right, here, and then here, okay. And let's just say I type in like a hero's journey or hero's journey like, watch this, guys. First of all, let's go here and I type in hero's journey. A hero's journey. Let's go to image. Yeah, let me type in poster. Yeah, I don't even know. A hero's journey. Let's see what this is. I don't know. what that is. Does anybody know what this is? Shout out to them, but I don't know what that is. Let's see. Here's Journey wall art. Let's say that. These are cool, but I don't. This stuff is pretty cool. Pretty cool, but nothing related to what I'm doing. So I feel like even for a keyword like that, I feel like I would win from a sales standpoint with a design like this. But anyways, I like to, let's see, a heroes, add some text like this, a heroes, and then journey. Okay, and then add here the R. And then let's see here some different text or fonts. No, I don't want something to be like childish, like this kind of like bubbly. I want it to be a little more serious, a little more aggressive. That doesn't look good. Let's go with the banger font. And let's actually multiply this like times 5. And then here we'll have like an S. And then here, let's multiply this a few times over and separate some of the text. So here, here, and then this one, copy this, and just take out the A, or leave the A rather, and put it something like here. Here's the A. And I do like this image a lot, so I might want to even make it bigger and just move it upwards and take this A and decrease the size like that. Maybe even decrease it a little more, something like this. And then we'll match it like with a purplish style color. Something like, let's see here. This is, let's say something like this. All right. And then what I'll do is I want to lock this to center. So first of all, I'll go ahead and right click, go to layer, or actually let's go with the middle here. That's good. And there we go. That's what I'm looking for. And then we have all, oh my God, I selected the wrong thing. All right. So let me go ahead and lock this first of all. Let's go ahead and lock. Let me unlock that again. Let me lock into position only. We'll do that. And then here, I'll take this, the H, move this A little bit downward, move the H, increase the size of this, the H, and decrease this part of it. Okay. And here, a heroes, take out the, let me give it the E, a hero's journey. Right? I don't want it to be white either, so I might as well work on the color right now. And we can match this dark purple. It's not my favorite, but let's see what we're going with here. And have this E. I'm trying to kind of like match something in my head, like an idea that I have in my head. So here, I'll go with this E. This E will start to be placed on the back of this image, so it will be something like this. So I'll go into position, send this to the back, kind of like that, and then what we'll do is we'll switch up the color. So we'll go with the same purple, and just for here, actually let's see how it looks if I go like this. So let me take this and add here a hero's journey, just like that, and send this to the back. So let's go position to the back. Why is this going to the back? Let's see. Let me position unlock this. Here. I see it removed the background. It didn't remove the background. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. So we'll go over here, delete this, and then edit image, background remover. Let's see. Okay, that's good. I think that's good overall. And once ago, we'll go with the erase, and I'll erase some of this stuff here. And the reason why I'm doing that, like I said, is because when I give it a black background, like the whole canvas. Let's decrease the size of that. Kind of like this. Take this and kind of make it like that. Here, I want to click this background and I want it to be black. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this font that I have here and bring this forward. Just like this. Yeah. And then, so I have here a hero's journey, but the word heroes, it just doesn't look right. A hero's journey. A hero's journey. Let's see. Let me go to incognito tab and type in a hero's journey. Let's see. Need the apostrophe S first of all. And let's see. Okay, be able to. And let's see what we could do here. So what I could do, and this is a little tactic, I'll probably have to make a separate video on this, but I do like to do outlines like this. And we'll go with the full word. And I'll get rid of the other H. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. This is why you guys see now I need to take a course on design. I need to get better. But like professional level design, I'm good, I would say overall. I feel like to be able to make something like this overall, you have to be decently good. But like I said, I want to get better. So all right, so a hero's journey, and then I'll take this and paste it. And then what I'll do is remove my effect, go into my regular, and go into my neon. And then position backwards, which it's okay. It looks okay, but it's not where I want to be. Get rid of this. Maybe even increase the size of this dramatically. But now I would have to say, where am I going to place the word journey? If that's the case, this might have given myself not enough runway. And I'm going to have to go into position here, or effects rather, and maybe even bring this like this. But where was it here? The curve. Work on my line spacing, letter spacing, excuse me. Just like this. Delete this. And then duplicate it. Effects, change my effect. Go into one of these and then position back. Which could work depending on the situation, I feel. And then place this here. And then the word journey is not going to work. It's too small. So I have to decrease the size of this. Increase the size here. Remove this upward. And still too big. So I'm going to highlight this, decrease this, move this all the way to the top, just like that. And I'm probably going to go over here and add some grunge. So add some grunge just like this. Take this, have it look a little more epic, kind of like that, which does have an effect on the wolf. I like to have it more right here, just like that. And the good thing about it is not as visible, right? Maybe even turn it sideways. And zoom out here. And then what I'll do is take this, my first version, then drag this here. And then what I'll do is decrease the transparency, something like that. And I think it does look better on the wolf. I don't know how, if I fully want to do it like that, but it's not bad. And then what I'll do here is I'll make this a little bit larger, maybe even switch up the font to a nose. And I have so many fonts. So many fonts. It's kind of insane. Let's go with Mighty Regular. I actually like this font better. I think it looks much cleaner. And go with something like this. Increase this, move this upward. Kind of like right here. Then grab this, move this upward like that. Take this here and go with, let's see. So maybe the purple won't work for up there, but we have this orange. I could take this. Let's see how the effect is on neon. Decrease the neon. You know what I like to do too is I actually like to take a look at Displate. Displate has a lot of good art on there. And let's see what they got here. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. You got some different animations here. You know what? I actually have a good idea. So I'll take this. I'll angle this way. Decrease the size just slightly. Kind of like that. And then take this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Copy this over. Paste it here. A hero's journey. And then take this. Position it backwards. Like that. Maybe even switch up colors. I think if I go for something like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it would match what I'm trying to go for. Let's see. Hero's Journey. That's not bad. And then we could go to Effects. Click on this button. Click on this. Click on this. Click on this. And it doesn't look that good. I'll be honest. It doesn't look as visible. But what we can do is let's see if the text, let's say if we position this forward. No, that doesn't look as good. This looks better. And then this, what if we position this backward as well? Not bad. If we position it like this. One thing I know for sure is that the image does not look better with this kind of grunge. We'll get rid of it. And let's see here. That's much better. That's what I was looking for. That looks good. So get rid of this. Keep this right here. Type in the word journey. And that is a little bit better than what I was looking for in the beginning. Let's go to my uploads and type in grunge on my uploads. Let's go over here, get this grunge going. And increase the size, which it might be too big, but go ahead and bring this, position it backwards, kind of like that, which is a little bit better. And then I could go and I'll search. Let me actually take a second. I'll log into Fantasy Labs and let me actually grab one of the patterns inside. So let me go ahead and pause this real quick and let me log in. All right, guys. So I just got logged in, and if you're a member, it will look kind of like this. You can request art here. You can download different packages. So let me just download a couple here, and let me see which packages we got going on here. I'm going to make a full video probably soon on showing everything for the first month, the first month's downloads. But let me open up one at a time. What package is this? This is package 12. Let's see what's in here. Nope, these are not what I'm looking for here. Let's get rid of that. And let's see what this one is. No, wait, didn't I just open this? Elements 2. Is that the elements package? Not sure. I have no idea what I clicked on. Let's see. I might have to double check that. Here we got a whole bunch of different stuff. I like this pattern right here. We're going to use this pattern. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this. And first of all, I don't need Luminar Neo no more. And what I'm going to do is drag and drop this here. All right. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enlarge this to the size that I want. So I'm going to go something like this here. And what we'll do is we will remove the background. So we'll go to edit image, background remover. It should remove all the white, we'll see. Just give it a second. Let me see how long this video lasted so far. 50 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. Shout out to anybody who's still watching. And if you're still watching, I mean, let me know in the comments. Type in the word wild wolf in the comments. I'll favorite your comment if you're still watching. But anyways, let's go over here. We're gonna push this all the way to the back. I might have to actually replace the grunge because I want this behind the grunge. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it transparent all the way, kind of like this. And what I want to do is I want to add some elements. So like I have an element like this. Let's go ahead and edit image. Let's do the background remover. The flowers might not be ideal. I'll just be 100% honest. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's see how this works. Let's see here. Background remover. By the way, while we're waiting, we might as well open up some of these images. Let's go into our other package. Let's go to package. Actually, forget that right now. This is already good. All right, we have this. Make this here. Put this here, rather. And I'll put this, position this backward. And what if I did? Yeah, no, let's keep it like this. And we'll go into transparent kind of approach, kind of like that. You know, adding these little graphics all around, I think is cool. And I'll take this, I'll do the exact same. So go to transparency or background remover, edit background. That's actually really cool. I'll go ahead and angle this the same way this was. So something like this, or like this rather. Let me go ahead and angle this slightly different, kind of like that. And then what I'll do is position this back and I'll move it kind of like that. And what I will do is decrease the transparency kind of like this. All right, so it's kind of like a sword coming down. I just need to improve this section here. So let me move this over and then tilt this slightly, kind of like that, so it's connecting. And then I'll drag this here. All right, so kind of like that, just like this. So if you see, it's kind of like one sword that gets bigger and bigger. Is it perfect? I don't know. But it does look a little different. And then what we're going to do is I will have this straight in the middle. That doesn't look bad so far. I will move this upward slightly. Okay. And what I will do is look for that grunge that I just tried to add before, where it disappeared on me. And because I don't know why, I know Canva does that, where it's almost like you're replacing the background. I'm not trying to replace the background, I'm trying to add on to it. So I like this on top of the images. So you see how it's on top of the swords and everything like that. So I'll reduce my transparency, and now it will make it look a little more rustic, just a little bit more. I'm not trying to go for something crazy here. And I will actually, I have to increase the size of this first of all and move this here. And if anything, I think I actually have to redo it. So I have to re-add that. So you guys see, this is the normal process. You know, when you add images, you know, delete, whatever, it has to be done properly. Let me go ahead and go into restore. Let me go ahead and hit erase. Just go with curve here. And scroll down. Scroll to the left. You know. There we go. Make this smaller. That looks pretty good. And hit done. All right, now it's a matter of getting it bigger, which I hope it doesn't put the background on me again. But let's see here. Just like this. And move this to the back, or front rather, and then increase the size of this. Move this upward. Let's go with position forward. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll have some, I have to add my logo first of all. So let's go ahead and add the logo here. And I think I could add it. I do like adding it here. I could add it maybe like this, I think, which is not bad. Or I could add it here. I'll add my logo right here. And we could add some other elements. So let's go ahead and add now the other elements. I like a few of these. Not here. We have package 11, elements 2. Yeah, elements 2 are really cool for, like, I don't know, all kinds of different stuff. T-shirts, graphics of some sort. We have, let's see what's in package. Solo design number 9. We got a lot of stuff here. All right, let's see. This is actually pretty cool. We got 2 crowns here. Let's take that. Let's add it in. We have a raven here. I think the raven looks pretty wild. I could add all kinds of different elements. What would be interesting is if I added a crown like this on the wolf. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me see if that could even work. And like I said, I'm trying to add some create some crazy stuff. Let's see what we got going on. Boom. All right, let's go ahead and hit restore here. I'll go ahead and add some of this. Add some color to this, like that. Increase my brush size. And let me get on this here. And what I'm doing is just outlining here around the star. And let me keep adding some right here. Let me increase the size of this. And we should be... yeah, that's not ideal. Let's go ahead and let's see if we could... yeah, I'm not going to add that. Maybe this would look better. I think this would look better. Let's see. What we can do, actually, let me get rid of this first of all. Let me go to Luminar Neo. And just bear with me, guys, here. But trying to make this thing perfect here. And we could add some paint splatter. And go for something like this. Purple. Decrease the size. add something here like this and make this purple, or maybe some sort of yeah, I actually like that color. And we'll go ahead and make this somewhat transparent, make this somewhat transparent here. All right, so let's see what we're adding here. So I could take a look at all the different graphics I have. Let's go to all photos, maybe see if I can add different elements or something like that. And I'm not really sure if I can. I think I like this. Let's go ahead and take this and I'll export this. I'm not even sure if I have this exported, but we'll just label this any random text. After that's exported, we'll go over here, which this is just like a collage of different things, but this, I mean, I don't know if I like this, but we'll see how it works. I could probably make all kinds of different all kinds of different art here, and I'm going to take this and let's see here. This is package number 9. Let me go to my downloads and add these two things here, and I'll add this. Let's go to edit image, remove background, and let's just give it a second. That looks pretty cool. I feel like that would be good on a t-shirt, but let's see here, kind of like this, or yeah, something like that. Maybe here even, or here. That's cool. And I'll hit apply, position to the back, and make it a little bit transparent. So something like this. And then what I'll do is I'll go for this eye here, and I will go for a background remover once again. And I think like these cool graphics on the side do amplify the design. I can take this, hit apply, decrease the size, add this here, or here rather, and then backwards. And you can see here how this will look, which is, you know, pretty cool, I would say. Kind of like that. And then what we could do is, I do want to add some of the skulls. I have a whole bunch of different stuff here, and let me actually see if I could add this somehow, some way. And you could see this is like just a combo of different stuff, and you'd be surprised some people would like it. I think it just looks different, you know, at the end of the day. And let me go ahead and make this a little more transparent, kind of like that. Maybe I even need to make it smaller, or more transparent rather. And yeah, I can't really select it. It's, let me see. There we go. All right. Here. Push it this way. Make it smaller. Yeah. And then what I'll do is move it to the right hand side, kind of like this. Keep this in the middle. And then select here and make this transparent, kind of like that. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then what I'll do is, let me actually increase the size, kind of like this. I think that's all right, doing that. and then I'll copy this element of the butterfly and make another one right there. I think overall that, you know, these things add more character. Not sure if it's 100% ideal to do this, but it's an option. I can also, I think I have, let me see, like package 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me see those packages. This is package 2, 3, 4. Where's package 5? I think package 5. Let's just give it a second to load. This is package 2. Let's see package 2. Let's see what's in here. Got a whole bunch of different stuff. We got a wolf. I actually like that wolf. We have a white tiger here. This is pretty cool. I like this. I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna add this into the canvas here. Let's go into here. Let's add this. Let's go ahead and remove the background. So edit here, background remover. This might be one of my last things that I add. And I just want to test one thing. If I take this and I make it glow. So let's actually go here with the glow. And let me see what this is. Take this, change the color maybe. Let's go with something like that. If I take this and then move it backwards, so position, back, you can see here it now creates a glow, which is different for sure. Let me go ahead and just take it in position, backward one. There we go, just like that. That makes a better design overall, I think. And then I'll take this here, and then move this here, move this here, move this to the back, just like that. Which is interesting as to why it's like halfway dark. I could take this position backwards. Let me see, just like this. Let me go ahead and change the transparency. And I think that's cooler. I think something like that. And yeah, it could, like I said, it could be better. I could actually take this and place it, you know, here. I do like the glow effect, so I'm going to do the same thing here with this right here. And let me just copy that and then select the font color or the effect, go into the glow, just like that, and then go into my position and move it back. There we go. So that looks good. And then I'll actually might as well just take this here and move this here. Maybe I'll even, let me move that. Still trying to find a spot for him, but hey, it is what it is. There's a lot going on here. And I'll select it. I do want to select it. There we go. Yeah, I think that overall is decent. Could be better, but not too bad. And I could always sit here and add different elements and things and make it look all crazy, but let's just see if there's anything else we can add in these packages for this. So we have the eye here, we have this, the pyramids. I do have interest in adding these pyramids though, like something like right here. I think that would be pretty cool. If I go here and just put it like somewhere right there, we can go into the background remover. I do think the eye is pretty cool though. Like this eye right here is pretty insane to see. Yeah, that's good. Those pyramids are good. I'll take this and position it backwards, kind of like that, and then put a transparency layer on it. And I think that looks pretty cool. All right. I think I can move this. I can make this eye stand out just slightly by moving it this way. And overall, I think this fits. I think it fits really well, actually. And I could take this and put it back where it once was. And overall, this would be a cool poster to order, I feel. Let me go ahead and move this forward. Yeah, I think that's good overall. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Adding a bunch of different elements. I could even make my logo bigger, which I like to do. And yeah, you guys let me know what you think of the poster. I think overall it looks pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching, for enjoying the video. And I will talk to you in a new one. If you want me to do more of these videos, these design style videos, and create an epic poster like this, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. See you soon. Peace out. Bye. All right.